Two all-terrain tires. One is cheaper, better rated for tread wear and stronger in the snow. The other costs more but stock significantly shorter and both wet and dry roads. So, which matters more? Everyday safety, winter capability, or long-term value? Today, we are comparing the BFGoodrich Trail Terrain TA against the Toyo Open Country AT3. Test results comes from ADAC's 2025 all-terrain tire test. When it comes to wet braking performance, from 80 kilometers per hour down to zero, the BFGoodrich requires 48.8 meters to stop, while the Toyo stopped in just 43.4 meters. That is a difference of 5.4 meters, roughly the length of a large pickup truck. The Toyo delivers a substantial 12% wet braking advantage. That is not a small statistical difference. In an emergency stop, it could be the difference between stopping safely and still traveling at speed when the other tire has already come to a halt. But wet performance is not just about braking. In straight line aquaplaning, the BFGoodrich reached at 88 kilometers per hour, while Toyo reached only 87.9, a difference of only 0.1 kilometers per hour. In practical terms, they are identical. So the first category is clear. Aquaplaning is a draw, but Toyo's much stronger wet braking distance give it a convincing early lead. Both tires carry the three-peak mountain Snowflakes limbo, but they do not perform equally in winter conditions. In snow braking, the BFGoodrich stopped in 10.9 meters, while the Toyo required 11.6 meters. That gives BFGoodrich a 6% advantage. The difference becomes even larger during acceleration. The BFGoodrich completed the snow traction run in 1.45 seconds, while the Toyo needed 1.65 seconds. That makes BFGoodrich 12% stronger in snow traction. That means that the Trail Terrain TA not only stops sooner, it also finds grip more effectively when pulling away or climbing through slippery conditions. The Toyo dominated in wet braking, but the BFGoodrich answers back with a clean sweep now. Now let's leave the pavement and move on to gravel, where you might expect the more aggressive Toyo to pull ahead. The BFGoodrich completed the gravel traction run in 3.29 seconds, while Toyo recorded 3.28 seconds. That's only 100th of a second. There is no meaningful performance difference here. Despite their different tread design and positioning, both tires provide essentially identical gravel traction. So paying more for the Toyo does not buy you a measurable advantage in this particular off-road test. In dry braking, the BFGoodrich stopped in 49.3 meters, while the Toyo required only 46.7 meters. That is a 2.6 meter difference, giving Toyo a 6% advantage. Once again, the Open Country AT3 proves to be the stronger braking tire. It stops shorter in the wet, it stops shorter in the dry, and for drivers who spend most of their time on paved roads, that is a major strength. The BFGoodrich has a higher UTQG tread wear rating of 660 versus Toyo's 600, a 10% advantage. However, Toyo offers the longer warranty, 65,000 miles versus 60,000 miles for the BFGoodrich. UTQG ratings are manufacturer assigned and do not guarantee real-world mileage, while the warranty reflects the distance each brand is prepared to support. So, this is a category split, with BFGoodrich wins on UTQG, while Toyo wins on warranty. Now we reach a category that could decide the entire comparison, pricing. In the size 225/65 R17, the BFGoodrich Trail Terrain TA costs approximately $215, while the Toyo Open Country AT3 costs $229. That makes the Toyo $14 or 7% more expensive per tire. Across a complete set of four, there is an additional $56. The price gap is not enormous, but the Toyo must justify it. So, which tire should you buy? The Toyo Open Country AT3 is the stronger choice for drivers who spend most of their time on paved roads and prioritize braking safety. Its 12% wet braking advantage is the biggest performance difference in this comparison. It also stops 6% shorter in dry and carries a longer 65,000 mile warranty. The Toyo costs 7% more, but that premium buys genuinely stronger on-road stopping performance. The BFGoodrich Trail Terrain TA, on the other hand, is a better choice for drivers who regularly face snow or want the strongest value. It stops 6% shorter in snow, delivers 12% better snow traction, and carries the higher UTQG tread wear rating and costs less. Gravel traction is effectively identical, so neither tire gains a meaningful off-road advantage in this test.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.